Hello. Hello, good afternoon. Happy Labor Day. I hope you are home, so that's why we're here. I hope you are home. Happy Labor Day. Let's talk about what's going on. Hello, good afternoon. How are you? Happy Labor Day. Let me know in the comments. It's been a long time. We have to catch up with the latest immigration news. You see the title, so we have to catch up with the latest immigration news. Okay, I'm pulling my latest immigration news so we can talk about it. Hello, how are you? Let me know in the comments. Don't be shy. How are you? What city are we talking? Where are we located? Where are you located? We need to get started. I'm trying to find out what we have as news. As you can see the title, we want to talk about what's going on. You already know most of the topics, but if you have a question, please put it in the comment section. I'm answering questions and I'm discussing the latest immigration news, okay? Yeah, let me start with okay. There's a policies. The new policy announced DOS, the Department of State, announces policy requiring immigrant visa applicants to interview in their country of residence. Okay. Let's see, we can show this one. Okay, let me share my screen so we can start with the news, the first news. Okay, we have this one. This is, I guess, one of the first news among other things. Let's see if we can put it big. Okay. Adjudicating applicants in their country of residence came out on August 28th, okay, last week. The Department of State is now requiring immigrant visa applicants to interview in their consular district designated for the place of residence or in the country of nationality if requested, with limited exception. Effective November 1st, 2025, the National Visa Center, NVC, will schedule immigrant visa applicants in their country of residence or, if requested, country of nationality. You can't just pick and choose anymore. Remember, we used to file the form I-824 to send the application to another country. But looks like, unless there's a limited exceptions to that, but now only your country of nationality or the country where you reside. Residents of country where routine visa operations are suspended or paused should apply at their designated immigrant visa processing post, unless the applicant is a national of another country with ongoing operation. So this is the list here. Afghanistan, you can do it in Islamabad, because in Afghanistan, I guess the embassy is closed, the U.S. embassy. Belarus, you can do it in Warsaw. Eritrea, you can do it in Addis Ababa or Nairobi. Haiti, you can do it in Nassau. Okay, that's where you can do it, in the Bahamas. Iran, Abu Dhabi, Ankara. Libya in Tunis. Niger in Abidjan. North Korea in Guangzhou. Russia, you can do it here in Warsaw. Somalia, you can do it in Nairobi. South Sudan, Nairobi. Sudan, Cairo. Syria, Venezuela, Bogota. Yemen, Djibouti. Zimbabwe in Johannesburg. Okay. The applicant should note the following: existing immigrant visa appointment will generally not be rescheduled or canceled. Okay. Beginning immediately, if an applicant would like to transfer her case to a new consular district after the National Visa Center has scheduled the appointment, the applicant should contact the National Visa Center, should not contact the consular directly. You see? If you want to reschedule it to a different country, then you have to contact the NVC directly. Residence requirement. If an applicant requests to interview in a location other than the applicant assigned consular district, the applicant has to give additional information to confirm the applicant place of residence, or to confirm whether an exception may be appropriate. Exception is rare. Diversity visa discharge will be applied to diversity visa as well. Okay, that's the first news. First news is that only in the country of residence or the country where you last of nationality, unless you have exception. Those are limited exceptions. And some country, they already have some place designated by the Department of State, because the country, maybe the embassy has been closed or something around those lines. Okay, that's the first news. Talking about the immigrant visa, we just had a case. This was major. This is actually the highlight of this year for me. A visa refusal under 221G was reversed. What happened was the person under category F3 has been waiting for too long. Meanwhile, the other sons and daughter of the same petitioner already came to the US. That's a petition with priority date 2007, and the visa became current in 2019. Other sons and daughters of the same petitioner came in 2020 and late 2019, and two of them are already US citizens, while this client was just waiting until we tried to take the case in 2023. We filed for the document, you know, how you go and file for under the website. And then the case became documentary qualified and was transferred to the embassy. And we've been waiting until they schedule the person for the interview 2 years later. That's Nigeria. And after that, the person went to the interview, it was denied because they say 221G ineligible. Mind you, this is the person, what they were trying to refer to was the fact that the petitioner passed away. The visa had to be reinstated, which the visa was already reinstated. I don't know, for some reason they didn't see it, some technical error, I believe. but they just denied the visa. So we had to, you cannot appeal because of the concept of non-reviewability. The decision of the consulate is final. You cannot review it. You cannot get the federal court to review it. But you can ask for reconsideration with additional evidence, suggesting that they made a mistake. So that's what we did. We sent a letter of reconsideration with additional evidence suggesting that the consulate made a mistake and they can reverse their own decision, which they did. This is huge. It's really huge because 221G, it doesn't get reversed that easily. You know what I mean? Because it's discretionary. But they really use a discretionary measure, and it was the denial was revoked, visa reinstated. They've been issued visa. They just have to pick it up and come. That major win. I actually posted that one on my IG. You can go on my IG. You will see it. But I have to make a video explaining it. That's really huge. Okay. Meanwhile, you can like and share. Please like and share. As we're talking about complex cases and we're discussing USCIS new policy, we just started with one immigrant visa only in the country of residence or the country of nationality, or the country or the designated district of the Department of State, unless you have an exception, which is rare. We can no longer do those I-824 and just transfer a case to anywhere, the way we used to make some argument for it. Looks like you can't do it no more. Okay, that's the first news. Meanwhile, please like, please share. We're only on the first news, right? But meanwhile, if you have a question, please put it in the comment section, okay? We got a lot of people. We had 15 people in the house. Please put it in the comment section so we can answer your question, okay? That's the first news. The second news I want to go over it is the fact that the government is hiring new judges even though they do not have immigration experience. Basically, they're bypassing the immigration experience part, which is really bad. Because, if you don't have immigration experience, you're just going to decide. It's just going to be a disaster, to be honest. Let me just go back to the other news. Yeah, that would be a disaster. Yeah, this is the news in question I want to talk about here. Let's see if we can share the screen again. Okay. Final rule on designating temporary immigration judges. Okay. Amending the regulation requiring for candidates for temporary immigration judge appointment, broadening the candidate pool. So basically, it's effective August 28, 2025. I mean, the judge does not have to have immigration experience in order to become an immigration judge. That's basically what it is going on, which I believe is a bad idea in terms of decisions. A lot of decisions will be erroneous. Like, they'll make a lot of mistake on those decisions because, if you don't have the experience, it's just hard to understand fully in the context of immigration laws. The most difficult, yeah, it's really difficult topic. So let me see. That's the second news. Let's see if we have a yeah, and we have the new policies that about USCIS fees starting October 29. You can't use money order anymore paying fees. You have to use the check starting October 29 of this year. Okay, this is crazy. Let me put myself first of all on IG so that people can follow this live session. Give me one moment. Yeah, give me one moment. Okay, so that's the other news. Let's see another news I've seen here. Give me one moment. So do we have questions? I don't see questions today. I don't see questions, so we don't have questions, I'm assuming. Let's see another live session. I mean, another news. Hold on. Look, I type it here. I type it here. Hold on just a second. Yeah, effective October 29, USCIS will only accept debit, like the when you're using the form G1650, they'll accept ACH debit payment only. Okay, they'll no longer accept money order or checks. Sorry, I was talking about check. They'll no longer accept money order or check for payment of filing fees, effective October 29, 2025. So technically you have to be using, let me show you the form that you have to be using for USCIS fees. This is the form to use. USCIS fees. Okay. Let me share my screen. Hello, how are you? Happy holiday from you. Hello, how are you? Happy holiday. Happy Labor's Day. Um, yeah, you're the first one with the question. Nobody has a question today. I don't know why, but anyway, it's been a long time. Um, so I was saying that starting October 29, USCIS will no longer accept checks or money order in terms of USCIS fees. No checks, no money order, starting October 29, 2025. So basically you have to use the form. Let me show you the form we're referring to. So yeah, this is the form for credit card, okay, the G1450. That's the form you use for credit cards, okay? To pay USCIS fees starting October 29. So once we get September, this month is the last month. Once we get to October on 29, just use the form, okay? And you can use the other one, G1650, for debit. This is for credit card. Let me see, G16. Yeah, this is for bank account, okay, checking or saving. But the other one, the G1450, is for credit card, okay? Yeah, so starting October 29, don't be using money order or your personal checks, okay? It's not gonna work. Okay, stop sharing. Stop sharing, and then let me see. Yeah, so don't be using it because it's not gonna work, okay? And let's see what else we have here. Yeah, we talk about the temporary judges no longer need to have immigration experience. What else we have here? We already know for citizenship, I think we talked about it last time, they have new additional requirement to show good moral character. For example, they're going to check the applicant behavior, adherence to social norms, positive contribution in society. They can even call your neighbors, stuff like that. Then okay, we talked about foreign news already. Okay, let me answer some question here. Hi, Arthur Frankowski, how are you? My pending vow approved. It's been my I-40 pending based on vow approved. It's been 40 months. Contact you. You think I should contact them? In order to contact them, you have to put, you go on the USCIS website. You put the, how you put the processing time and see if you can file an inquiry online. If you insert the date, it has to show you if you can file an inquiry online. Because if it doesn't show you, then even if you file, it's not going to go through. So basically, you go on processing time, then you put the form, and you put. Let me just show how it works. Let me show processing time. Okay. Let me just show you how it works. It was in Nebraska. Oh, this is another person. Okay. Let's answer first Hossein. Okay. MH. Let's answer this one first, then we'll go to your question. So basically, if you go here, right? Share screen. Share screen, okay? Basically, you go to processing time, okay? You put, and then you go to, if it's VAWA, then it's family based. You go to Center, New York, Brooklyn. I don't see Queen, but let's just go with Brooklyn, for example. But maybe they have Queen here. Let's see if they have Queen. I don't see it. But anyway, that's how you show you will know. This is Buffalo. This is Brooklyn. I don't see Queens. Queen. Oh, Queens, New York. I saw it. Queen, New York. Okay. And then you look at processing time. Okay. 13 months. How do you know? You come here, down here, you put the date you filed. We're just going for an example. What date? Do you have the date? Let me ask you. Do you have the exact date you filed? But anyway, if you don't have the exact date, you have to have an exact date. Let's say you filed last year because it's 2025, right? December, or let's say October. You put here October 11, 2014, okay? Get inquiry date. You see, you can send us, if it's ready, it's gonna show, oh, 2020, I put 2014, 2024, sorry. Okay. Yeah, you see, if you file in October, it's gonna say the case is processing normally. Then they will say the earliest you can submit is this date. So if it's time to submit, it's gonna say you can submit. Then you're gonna click. Let's see if you submitted in 2020, for example. This is just an example. Then say you can submit an inquiry. Then you click here. Then you submit an inquiry. You put your stuff, it's gonna pop up. You put everything, you submit an inquiry online. If it's not time, it's not gonna go through. So that's how you submit an inquiry online. Okay. Yeah, the green card, they have to submit it where you reside. So because you have to get an interview. So that's why if you live in Queens, then that's where you're gonna get your interview. Or if you live around there. Okay, do you allow, what consequence does it have? It's gonna be a deportable offense. It's going to be a deportable offense. And basically, if a person want to get a green card and then they have that, it's going to be difficult for the person to be approved, and it's going to render the person inadmissible. If the person has been convicted, then they're going to find themselves in removal proceeding. So it's going to be a deportable offense. To some extent, it has always been a deportable defense, but waivers and stuff like that to mitigate those circumstances. Now, what they're saying is that really it's just not going to be easy for a waiver to be granted. In other words, the person will find themselves in removal proceedings and eventually deported. So that's the consequence. And really hard to get a green card. Okay, does it mean that they can take all our money? Because many years ago, $900 fee for each day of illegal presence. I mean, people are fighting those people are getting those notice of intent to fine. Some people are fighting it because they have bankruptcy. They can declare bankruptcy, or if they don't have the money, they don't have the money. How are you going to pay? Because I heard, I didn't see any, but I heard somebody had one with 12 millions as a fee because of all those years. But who has it? I don't have 12 millions. So there's nothing. I mean, if the person doesn't have it, what are you going to do, really? Okay. July 2022, 2024. July 2022, 2024. If you put it here in Queens. Oh, I don't see the thing anymore. Processing time. Family base. Queens. I saw Queens somewhere here. And then you say July. Queens, New York. And then you said July 2022. Okay. July 2022. Get processing time. Okay. Then you put July 2022, 2024. Which is July 22, 2024. Get inquiry. It says you can submit your question as early as November 14, 2026. Okay. Because right now, even if you put the inquiry, it's not going to go through because of the way it's set up. But you can always come back to it and keep checking. I mean, if you want to call them, you can call them. But usually, if it's a green card based on VAWA, they don't release information over the phone. Yeah. They're going to get to your case. Trust me, they'll get to it. So it's not like they're going to miss it. If you provide them your bank account. Yeah, if you provide them your bank account. Oh, in terms of, I see what you mean because of how they want to take the USCIS fees. But you know, the government has the right to garnish assets, right? If you're not paying them or something, they have the right to garnish assets. If that's why when a person doesn't file taxes and they keep saying, I don't have the money, what the government does is they can garnish your income, they can garnish assets, they can seize bank accounts. So the government has that right. When it comes down to it, they can do it if they choose to do it. But as far as your rights are concerned, you can always fight them, just the same thing that we do. We fight in court and stuff like that. But to answer the question, yes, the government has the right to garnish, has said to seize bank accounts, to garnish income and stuff like that. Yes, they have the authority to do so. That's what they usually put that to say that's the latest. That's basically 2026 is the latest that by then you have to get the green card. But usually what will happen is before then, they will call you for the interview. So you just keep checking, keep checking. Yeah, that's it. And they're going to call you probably before the 2026. Yeah, I think so too. But you know, that's the way it's set up. So that the only reason they put it that way so that people they don't receive a lot of messages from people, because when you see that, you can send them the email, right? So preventing you from sending them the email. So, but just know that by 2026, that's the latest. But eventually, you get it sooner. We have a client where they call them within 3 months for the interview, and the green card's already approved. Where we have some people still waiting for 3 years. You know, it's just depends case by case basis and the load that they have. So if you want to expedite it and have reason to expedite it, that's when you contact your congressman office to help you expedite. Other than that, you just wait on the line like everybody. Okay. I didn't hear anywhere they say no more visa for truck drivers. I don't have that information, to be honest. Yeah, Arthur, I don't have that information. So I can't say that, oh, stop your case. No, I don't have that information. You have, yeah, I don't have that information. Yeah, let me talk. Let me see something else if we have something else here. Beside what we talked about, I want to just see if we have, yeah, we talked about the USCIS modernized fee payment with electronic funds, okay? That's the latest. Let me see if we have an ice raid in DC. If you're in DC, just be a little bit careful. A lot of ice raids going on in DC. I was downtown on Saturday uh, because I used the Fort Totten metro station to go downtown. Um, a lot of ice um, cars, like vehicles, and they're really enforcing the law basically. So if you're in DC, just be aware that ice raid is going on. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess that's about the major news we have here. Marco Rubio made an announcement a week ago. Okay, but is it law? You know, people like to throw some policy or some ideas out there, but uh, I didn't see any law. As far as laws are concerned, I didn't see anything like that yet. Yeah, they talk about maybe what they want to do, but as far as something that's already in on the table, like it's law, I didn't see anything yet. So we're just gonna go with what is actually real, not speculation, okay? So yeah, not speculation. We're just gonna go with the law, what is going on as far as law are concerned. Um, and let me see as far as policy updates too. Let me just see if I can find something else on that website where they update Trump policies. Haven't checked that website for a long time because I don't really like to come here with a lot of negative. I have to have something like concrete to talk about. Sometimes it's just like a lot of speculation. You don't want that. What I've seen is what is concrete as far as removal is concerned. What I've seen so far, I've seen with my eyes because I sent those motion to our office, right? So what I've seen is DHS, like the Department of Homeland Security, is reopening old cases. Um, don't be surprised if a person has been order removed previously. Don't be surprised if you receive a new notice to appear in court. They're doing that. That's number one, because we've received those. Number two, the cases that were administratively closed are being recalendared. We received those and we fought those too and we won, at least for now, right? So those we're receiving, and people being detained. But the one that are being detained is really incident to a crime, the one that I've personally come in contact with. Because some people will be saying, oh, they arrested me for no reason. No, 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 no. The people that personally, the one that I personally know, um, that guy was actually arrested. The other one was arrested because he was trying to cross the border to go to Canada. He was arrested at the border, and he was denied entry in Canada. So they bring him back in the hands of ICE. Okay, and that one was a good case because at least we won a release on bond, and he's no longer under order of supervision. That's a really nice case. It was difficult, but it was nice because we won. Um, the other one that I personally know was arrested because he had a warrant arrest under his name. He never showed up to court for something else, for a crime. Somebody filed a complaint for a crime, stealing, theft crime. Remember, mandatory detention if you are accused of, charged with, even if you are just accused of, mandatory detention. Seen it with my own eyes. Person was accused of theft for an item worth $800. Instead of going to court to defend themselves, that person decided to go to North Carolina for some reason and calling the court like, oh, I'm not going to show up because I have to go to North Carolina. That's not your mom's house to be calling like that. So then the judge ordered him arrested anyway. And then when he came from North Carolina to go back to his state in Maine, that's where the thing happened, he was arrested because of that. And they find in the system that he had an asylum pending with USCIS. And when you get arrested, you are under ICE and you have no legal status, just a case pending, you're under ICE jurisdiction at the point of arrest. That's why the case got transferred from USCIS without an interview to the court. Okay? And it got transferred to the court. He went there. It's still in detention because I just got the case to file for appeal. Now the appeal is pending. So now we have to set up a bond hearing once we find a sponsor for him. But anyway, just going back to what I was saying is that the example that I'm having are concrete, not speculation, and the person was arrested because of a crime, not just for nothing. Okay, so that's why we have to go with examples, concrete. As far as fine is concerned, like the Arthur was saying, that I didn't see with my eyes, but I heard another lawyer saying that they received an intent to fine. It came from DHS because of overstaying. Those are being sent out too. What else is being sent out? New notice to appear for previously people who have been order removed, recalendaring of cases that have been administratively closed, intent to fine, detention, mandatory detention for theft crime and violent crimes, and arrest, detention incident to an arrest based on a crime. I've seen that. And then I've heard the news too, somebody got deported when the case was on appeal. But the thing is, if you see a person being deported when a case is on appeal, most of the time DHS is arguing expedited removal because the person hasn't been here for 2 years. So they are still within the frame of the law. By the time the person is appealing, the jurisdiction is still with ICE because the person is detained, and within that 2 years period of time, the person within that 2 year period of time, the person is not basically subject to expedited removal. That's why they're being arrested and deported while appeal is pending. So those are the cases we're seeing. I haven't seen something out of proportion yet, at least with my people, my clients. Everything that I'm seeing, that's just basically within what they say they're going to do, but it's not out of proportion. It's still like following the laws. So okay. Did you see recently anyone traveling with advanced parole? What is the situation? Oh, there was a lady, she didn't even tell me she's my client, who traveled in July, this July. Okay, she traveled to South Africa. She has a pending VAWA and green card pending with USCIS, and she has parole. Remember when they were giving those 5 years work? They're still giving those 5 years work permit. So she got parole. She won the first time in 2024 before Trump took power, and then she won again in June. I told her not to do it, but she did again. She won in July. She didn't even tell me. She tell me when she came back. She said she was even on a live session one day here talking about it. But anyway, she said that she didn't have any problem coming back on advanced parole. She did not have any problem. But this is the person who does not have criminal record, right? She's not in removal. She's been previously in removal, but we did terminated removal. And she, yeah, so at least things were favorable, but that's the person that I actually know. If somebody else has reported that they, and I heard too, DACA recipient didn't have a problem coming back on advanced parole. That I heard on my chat with other lawyers. Um, but I don't know about other people, so I don't have any specific information. But for me, I'm trying to tell people, if you have advanced parole and you don't have TPS, you don't have DACA, I'll unless it's like a matter of death or life, like you have to take such risk. But other than that, I'm just like gonna be like, just wait a little bit and see how next year things are going. Okay, I filed my I-130 online for my wife, and under my progress, I'm told 11 months. Is it accurate? I don't know. Just see if after 11 months they're gonna decide on your case, right? Because there's no way to tell if something is accurate with those USCIS time frame. And just wait and see. What I've seen so far is that I see a lot of cases 1 year. I-130 it was approved within 1 year. Another one within 14 months. Yeah, those are the one I've seen so far. But the other one, the people who are getting green card based on like the conditional one, is getting approved faster. That's what I've seen so far. Yeah, they're not gonna give the work permit until you file that request for evidence. Because in order for you to get for the person to get a work permit based on marriage, when they file the application, the reason they're getting it is because on its face they see that this person is eligible to get a green card. That's why they're giving the work permit. Meanwhile, the green card is pending. If they're already sending you a request of evidence for affidavit of support, it means that based on whatever the person submitted, they don't see that the person is eligible. So once the person submits the affidavit of support, after that, that's when they will approve the work permit. They're not going to do it before that. I have 2 cases pending. We're still waiting to get a sponsor. Yeah, they never send the work permit because the sponsor is not there yet. And the deadline is approaching too. So I'm still trying to get them to rush to give me the sponsor. Okay. We got 19 people in the house. Please please share. I don't show up often anymore because I have people in detention. So this is the time you ask your questions. Okay, we have a question here. Okay, my question is, why BI didn't dismiss order? Well, terminated is still good. It still means you're no longer in removal. I don't know why they didn't choose to dismiss. But termination is still good too. It still pretty much means the same thing, like you're no longer in removal. Dismiss is even bad because sometimes they dismiss the case and DHS can come back to post, because dismissal simply means that without prejudice, simply means that right now they don't want to do it. They're no longer interested in the case, but they can come back if they want to, if they have reason to come back. So if you get a termination, it's even better than a dismissal. And it pretty much means the same thing. You're no longer in removal. So yeah, don't be worrying about it. You're not in removal. That's what matters. Okay. Yeah, please share. We got a 1 hour here. Okay. We got a 1 hour going on session. Please like. I only see 3 likes. We got 18 people in the house. Come on. Don't be stingy with those like, because we need it. We need it so they can show my videos for people who actually need those type of tips or help. You know what I mean? MH Olsen, please like, please share. B, please like, please share. Frank Mag, please like. Arthur Frankowski, please like, please share. Who else is here? Marvin Majano, please like, please share. Who else is here? Yeah, please like, please share. We got 19 people in the house. Come on, you can do it. Please like, please share. You can do it. I haven't been here for a while, okay? So I do appreciate you. You should appreciate me too. And then, please like and share. I haven't been here in 11 days and 18 hours. That was my last live session. I'm trying to make 2 videos to explain those latest cases that we won. I'm probably gonna do it this week. It's really gonna help. It's really helpful to some people in the similarly situated individual. I guess this is it for today. If you miss it, you can go back. We cover pretty much everything for today. If you miss the latest immigration news, you can go back. We covered everything for today. Thank you for showing up. Happy Labor Day, by the way. The weekend was long. The weekend was too long. I almost forgot about like I have to work. Thank you very much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Please like, please share. It was a long weekend. I almost forgot that I have to work. Oh, happy Labor Day. Please enjoy the rest of the evening. It's almost 6 o'clock. We talked for 53 minutes and 47. You're welcome. You're welcome. Please like, please share. B. When I order my stuff, because my name is Bijoux, right? It's hard for American to actually, write it. And when I order my stuff, like I go to Starbucks or anywhere I go, when they ask for the name, I just tell them B. They're like, letter B? I'm like, yeah. So that they can just put it like faster so I can move on. I say, what's the name on your order? I always say B. And I saw your B. I was like, shit. A lot of people use just B. Yeah. Anyway, I thought that was funny. What's the name on the order? I always say B so they can just move on quicker. Otherwise, it's gonna take some time to just stay there, start spelling it, right? Jeez, not easy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Please like, please share. we pretty much cover everything that at least related to removal, um, what's going on. So, but if you're in DC, just be mindful. There's a lot of ICE raids going on in DC. Yeah, so just be mindful. How long it takes to get a receipt? Nowadays, taking like 2 months. The last one we filed, let me see the last one we filed. When we filed the last one. Let me see when we filed the last one. Yeah, I filed the last one on June 24. Until today, I haven't received. I filed it June and early July. I filed another one. I haven't received the receipt yet. So it's taking like, it's gonna take like 90 days. It's already 2 months because yeah, it's gonna take like almost 90 days. So if you haven't received your receipt, don't panic because it's taking too long now. Up to 90 days. But after 90 days, if you don't see your receipt, that's when you start calling them and find out what's going on. So they're doing it within 60 days and 90 days because they have a lot of cases. They can't recall what they have, what they don't have. But anyway, I'll follow up with them after 90 days. So, okay. So don't panic because it's really taking too long nowadays. Everybody's complaining about the same thing. You know, they fire people and they don't hire people. So it's just like they're just doing whatever they want. But as long as you have proof of filing, that's what matters. Because when you follow up, you have to show them proof too. But don't worry about it. In 90 days, you'll see the receipt. It's gonna come. Okay, thank you very much. Until next time, once we get more news, I'm gonna come back. But meanwhile, I'm trying to prepare videos for the cases that we won. Probably gonna post it this week, at least before the end of the week, because I have people in jail, so it's really hard work when you have people in detention. It's not that simple. Anyway, until next time, bye bye.